the button.
Alright, so now we can see Koth von Hammer Clan over there.
Koth von promo art or whatever. That was his art for like a versus deck,
Yeah,
probably.
I was gonna say a versus deck.
So what are you doing today, Jens?
Well, there's this thing here. I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna turn out. So apparently, like I read the little article about this, and basically the reason this exists is like a WotC employee was like, "Hey, can I put my cube on Moto?" And like nobody replied because nobody gives a shit about Moto.
Well, it's
And
better to
then
ask forgiveness
and
than
then
it
we're
is
here.
to, yeah, all that. It's better to ask forgiveness when you're asking for permission is ignored.
Right.
I took your ignoring of me as tacit approval.
Right. So, there's a cube that is modern cube, which sounds to me both intriguing and very like that it also could just be very boring.
It could just be like a low powered cube because like the problem with like trying to draft any modern deck archetypes is that they all require very specific things and like if you're going to be playing Arcbound Ravager, you require a specific suite of cards to go along with that. Which,
Yeah, let me find the cube list quick. I have that.
whereas if your deck just has Recurring Nightmare in it and like a swamp to cast it, like you're done. That's all you need.
Yeah, so this is the card list which now, funnily enough, this is called the Modern Cube, but I'm looking at this card list and I'm going down the list and I see Abrupt Decay, Anakar Waste, Johnny's, I'm sorry, is that what the card I call Ancestral Vision? Like, is this actually going to be Modern Legal Cube? Like, how. I guess I don't know how modern
I mean,
legal our
I mean,
cube
Ancestral
is.
Vision is legal in Modern though.
Is it? I thought that was the banned one.
Nope. Ancestral Vision is
Oh
Modern
no no no
legal.
no no no! Sorry, I have that confused with a different card. Never mind.
Like Ancestral Recall, notably banned in Modern card.
Right.
That's probably not
God,
it. You should like this though, because Knight of the Meadow Grain is in here,
I
and that's
love
like
Night of the Metagram.
that's your favorite guy.
So we could do a league.
Let's not.
Let me at least talk a little bit about leagues in cubes. They're awful.
Um, yeah, they. I don't like them in general. Like
I,
just leaks for draft in general.
I'm actually fine with them for like a normal set. Like it's not different. It's not heavily different enough for me to care about care about like I'm not playing against people at my table. Generally, it's going to be all right. But with the cube, there's a very specific restriction that you are lifting, and that is when you're drafting at the cube, you are when you're drafting the cube with 7 other people, you have the box of cards, and there's one copy of every single one of those cards in the box of cards. There aren't two cryptics. There aren't two swords. There are a sword of ice and fires. There aren't two batter skulls. There aren't two cryptic commands. There aren't two Mulldrifters. That sort of thing. So you know that every single opponent that you play is not going to have cards you are playing in your deck, or cards that you've picked specifically because you didn't want to play against Sulfuric Vortex. I don't know.
Yeah. So like you can't hate plus it's so like you're making it not singleton and you're making it hating like not
Well,
matter.
not even hating, but like the act of like how many times have we played a game in the cube where it's like, my deck contains Counterspell, Mana Leak, Force, so those spells are off the table. My opponent does not
Yeah,
have them.
but then they can.
Or my
But
round one opponent had the Spell Pierce. I can't get Spell Pierced here.
yeah, whereas this is not true. Like I don't mind leagues in like normal draft, but I would like to have the availability of both.
Yeah.
There's no reason to because like the player base is large enough not to suffer greatly from the player base being split. They cost the same. Wizards not losing any money. I guess they lose money per second if the split causes any sort of change in people being indecisive. I don't know
Yeah, that's actually their
their
reasoning.
stance.
Their stance is that they only want one or the other because if like one of them doesn't fire, it makes it look like nobody plays it, and therefore I won't play this format. And like, but
I think that's not true though.
like also, I don't know. There's about 700 problems with Magic Online, and that is
True.
honestly not even near the close to the top. What was the silly Magic Online bug I had? Oh yes, the silly Magic Online bug. I'll see if I can demonstrate it after this.
That's free mulligan.
No, no, no. Is Battlegrounds the one with the incredible announcer? Battlegrounds is I'm glad that y'all saw that me talking about it on my Patreon. The MTG Battlegrounds was the game that introduced me to Magic. It was on the Xbox, like Xbox, not Xbox 360, and it
Mhm.
was dumb as shit.
Very dumb game.
It was you had your avatar person who like summoned Suntail Hawk, reckless charge, warrior's honor, that sort of thing. Hey, all right, we got
Okay, I'm going to make a suggestion.
all right.
Uh, did you know that Body Double, Murderous, Redcap, and Reveillark are all in the cube?
So what? Pick up the mirror entity and try to build my favorite standard deck I've ever played.
I mean, that deck exists in Modern, funnily enough, right now, and it also plays Venser. So,
No, that was the standard deck. The standard deck
yeah,
was mirror entity, body double, Reveillark, Venser, and you bounced all your opponent's permanents.
well, before we decide to be hyper dumb, let's determine the most powerful card in the pack, which might be Thoughtseize.
I was gonna say Thoughtseize is the one I'm looking at.
So we have Thoughtseize. I like Fatal Push too,
Yeah, I like both of them. I'm gonna quick highlight Thoughtseize in case we time out here.
and there's
And
also Spell Queller. Like that's what pops out to me.
yeah, I'm gonna go on Thoughtseize here, and if I can make that deck work in 3 color or end up in like
Yeah,
end up in those colors, the Grizzlebrand here is also really tempting.
scatter to the winds.
Yes.
Scatter to the Ruth is here.
Scatter. What is Scatter to the Winds doing here in the first place?
It's a Mystic Snake. It's not the bad.
Scatter
It's
to
not
the
the worst.
winds.
I would play this in a control deck.
Scatter to the winds.
My friend Adney is here, and he would want us to play Flicker Wisp. Yep, there he goes.
Yeah.
That's his favorite card.
Well, if we end up in the 3 color deck, which I'm gonna try to push us towards, that
Yeah,
combo.
if we're in Esper control at all, like we have cards for Esper control regardless of what can we all like. If we don't get Mirror Entity for the really dumb infinite combo, we might get
Reflector
like
Mage, Compulsive Research, Scatter to the Winds. Like,
Expel Queller followed by Reflector Mage, just like good too.
um,
Follow
ooh,
Tidings.
Tidings. Oh, Sphinx's Rev is better than Tidings on that.
I know. I was just noting because Tidings
Yeah,
is funny.
Tidings is also Temp Isolation and Cloud Goat, Doomblade, Liliana the first we have here.
I think if you want to go on white, just like speculatively, I think Godless Shrine is actually the pick.
Well,
Um,
yeah, that's the question here. Is if like if we want to go in on white, Sphinx's Rev is also a card I'm 100% behind having.
Whereas if we're not picking white, it's either Big Lily, Tidings, or even Mind Stone.
Yeah, Mindstone ain't bad. Mindstone was a 4 of in that standard deck.
I
It was back in 10th edition, so
don't think you can actually go wrong here.
uh,
Look at that weird ass pacifism.
I'm gonna trust in the land here. That's hard for me to do, by the way. That's very
And we're
hard for me
it's
to
given
do.
Ghost Dad.
Hmm.
Or do we want? There's actually some cool picks here because we have Profane, we have Seachrome, we have Go for the Throw, Trinket, Trophy Mage.
Trophy Mage is like real if we had 3 cost things to grab.
Hmm.
Profane's one of my favorite not only finishers, but
Like a Wrath.
like well,
Or
it's
Round
not
Rat with kill spell. Yeah.
right removal spell slash thing. I might also want that Seachrome Coast and just try to like how about like if we give up our first couple picks to the problem is if I give up so many picks to
Yeah,
like
fixing we might.
mana,
Plus,
like all of a sudden I'm giving up all the colors.
plus we don't have any reasons to play white currently. That was just a speculative Godless Shrine pick.
That's fine.
Profane here is cool.
I'm picking up Profane here. Ghost Dad's also strong, and Go for the Throat is like good removal.
Yeah, I think Go for the Throat in the abstract was the bust. Was the card there, but Profane was better for us specifically. Unbarrel your rights,
Now
eh?
there's somewhere we can be. On burial rights, that also gives us an immediate reason to want the shrine, but this is a really good thing to have if we end up like I know we passed the Grizzlebrand, which is
Well, there's more top end.
right.
Soul Reap, not the worst spell I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Eh.
Like Soul Reap, I mean the non-green on it is like the oddest.
Yeah,
Like,
non-green has appeared on like 2 different removal spells, and they're all weird. Because the other one is Death Rattle.
well, but the thing is, even if I'm not reanimating, if my plan is, and it still is, to try to build the dumb Reveillark thing,
Yeah, you can.
Unburial Rights is a card that lets you start up the engine.
Yeah.
All right, auto
There
pick.
we go. Auto pick.
Auto
I
pick.
mean, that's worth picking on its own, anyways. Although Luterial
I would say
Core.
Luterial Core is the actual pick here, like especially with like we just picked up on Burial Rights.
Reveillark's good though. Overwhelming Stampede. We are going to lose to that so bad.
That's what Cryptic's for.
I'm assuming we can cast Cryptic. Yes.
Yeah, we'll be able to. That's fine.
Yeah, DC, you came in late. We're building towards a specific bad deck.
Yeah, we're specifically building towards a Reveillark combo deck, and passing Reveillark would mean we don't get
so,
to do that.
so we don't
Therefore,
get to, yeah. So we have to pick Reveillark. It's a card I enjoy a lot.
Drowned Catacomb, Mist Raven, Lifebane Zombie's even good too.
Also, Precursor Golem
Precursor
is the.
Golem.
It might be drawn to Catacombs
I
though.
was actually looking at the Catacombs for fixing and try to. What is the
Want to
actual
play?
combo? We need Reveillark, Body Double, a Sack Outlet, which Mirror Entity works as, but any Sack Outlet will do, and a 2-power come to play creature with a good effect.
Yeah. So Venser or which Venture would be? Yeah, Venser. We saw Venture, but Venture's gone. Like any good creature. So you stack your sack outlet abilities, and you have Body Double and Reveillark just copy each other. Gargadon was the other one that standard deck used. Oh,
Ooh.
Resto, Spell Pures.
Well, it's not Resto, that's Baneslayer.
Fateslayer, whatever.
If that
Don't
was
care.
Resto would be a very, very good pick.
I think this is also okay. Do we love Spell Pierce enough to pick it over Baneslayer Angel, or do we want Ghouljet? Okay, there's Shouldred if we just want to reanimate.
Yeah, if we just want to reanimate Sheldred's in here, Baneslayer is pretty good.
What if they had to kill Baneslayer Angel 3 times?
Kiki Jiki for yeah, we just throw the Kiki in the yard and pick it up. I don't believe in that.
I
Anyway,
mean, hey, okay, we missed.
it's fine.
Miss,
The Venser is not the key part here. The key
I mean,
part is any.
yeah, well, I said we're missing the Flooded Strand, but
I know, and the Serum Visions.
Your Entity also just a good card. So like we're picking up these combo pieces towards like a dumb combo, but the trick is individually they're all just good cards.
Yep. So this is the sack outlet for the deck, and it's a sack outlet because X can be 0.
Yeah,
You wrath your board, and your opponent goes like
and you have to stack the triggers a whole bunch.
Flicker Wisp, Compulsive Research, Misty Rainforest.
Rainforest doesn't fetch Godless Shrine. Research is good.
I'm
Sorry,
I
Andy.
yeah, I was gonna say sorry.
Sorry, Andy. We don't want Flicker Wisp.
I'm
Because
sorry.
Reveillark. Although we could flicker our Reveillark! Ah!
Ah!
It would work. good to see that blue kicking around.
Ooh, there's a lot of white going around. That's nice.
And we didn't pick the Flicker Wisp. Who cares? We just have to somehow give Goat -1/-1 while it's in our yard.
I'm just fine with the card anyway. Again, we have a mirror entity that might just be a win con, Seachrome Coast, even though Honor of the Pier is pretty real and we just picked up.
Okay, Honor of the Pier suddenly looking real.
Oh,
Oh, well, who
wow.
cares? Yeah, we could just have that as the
That's our backup plan, is like, we're just white beatdown with like,
crafted war gear.
yeah. There's Confidant, but I'm looking for combo pieces. Cobra Hookmaster is not it. Seeker of the Way Condemned. Jace, Gifts Ungiven.
So Bob, Sphere is good too. Bob would be good. To Condemn is very powerful. Bribery is briberies. You want to pick Bob though, right?
Kind of. Our dex curve is way too high for us to truly want Bob. I love white bordered bribery. I love that it's white bordered bribery.
Yeah, it's white bordered bribery. We could
What?
just did. Okay, there's another card in here that I didn't even realize. Yeah, gifts table. So that's what I was going to bring up though. Is we have the gifts ungiven
Package.
package. Well, we have most of it. We
Yeah.
need another card to go in the graveyard, but I feel like we can't go wrong here.
Yeah.
Condemn might be worth picking just due to our current lack of. We have like a piece of removal, but bribery is
I kind of like
exciting.
theft.
Also, the full download
Yeah, the full download's good too. Let's go with
or
that.
5 drops.
Hey, Karn, Micaeus Day, hi. Alright.
Okay, we picked
Sorry.
a two. We picked a useful creature with 2 power. We can use our infinite to deck ourselves.
Sorry. Well, no. We use our infinite to draw these cards, and then we draw into the actual thing that wins the game. So,
Mm-hmm.
which we have to find at some point. That's fine. We also need the body double, but
Yeah, we also need the body double. For now, we just have this
I will say that
CMC5 value engine.
I would say that if I was actually picking, if I wasn't picking literally my favorite card, well, actually, I don't know if is Mulldrifter literally my favorite card. It's hard.
It's what we've categorized as it
Yeah,
by now.
basically.
I couldn't figure out what my favorite card was either when I was asked, and I just settled on Sulfuric Vortex due to or Furnace of Wrath. I couldn't decide. There's also Dodge and Sunken Hollow.
Right, I was gonna say there's like 4 cards in here I want.
Far and Away is also like a cool thing.
Yep. Batterskull, Vesuvian Shapeshifter. That doesn't. Ooh, hold on.
Red Cap, okay.
Hold on.
Okay,
That's our win con.
That's our win con, so we just need the body double now.
Yeah.
Which is a card people probably aren't going to pick that highly.
I need to pick up at least a win con at some. So you'll pick your own favorite card, but wouldn't expect the same card as your viewers.
Andy Sharp is a whip. He's good people.
Batterskull's quite real here. Isolated. There's like, again, 4 or 5 cards I'd want. Shapeshifter, Isolated Chapel, Letter Carwace, Batterskull, Moloku. Because Moloku with Reveillark is pretty cool. Moloku with Anthem is also funny as heck, but whatever. That's a different thing.
Look at that Kari Zev. What a weird card to be in here.
It's a good card, though.
Makes a 2/1 monkey.
Yeah. Anyway, we picked the card that works with our combo. Now we just need the body to
Psionic Blast!
I love how you can't even look up what this does. That's great. Inquisition, Hero Blade Hold, Phyrexian Metamorph, Ulcerate. Oh boy.
Wait a second. Does Metamorph... Metamorph doesn't work.
Clone doesn't do the combo.
Yeah, Clone. We need... It's specifically body double.
Well, Clone does the combo if our sack outlet doesn't wrath our damn board, alright?
Yeah.
Which, honestly, Metamorph might just be the thing anyway.
Inquisition's really powerful, but then again, so is this.
Right. Optic Blast. Side Blast is 4 damage. It's Char, but blue.
It's Char, but blue, and also much older.
Yes, it's very old, and I love that they're using like that for it rather than like.
Ulcerate is also like a decent card.
Image, but there's also a Dismember in here, which is I think more important to us.
Yeah, we just picked the removal.
Yeah. Izumaru, Chasm Skulker's pretty real. The fixing's alright in here. Shrine of Burning Rage is pretty good.
Yeah, there's a lot of good cards in here. Our deck could even make good use of Palladium Mirror.
Yeah, just to get going. That'd be fine.
I would like a Mono Rocket at some point.
Uh,
Azure Mage for Curve? No.
Azure Mage for Curve is a realistic thing, but removal lets me stay alive a lot longer than literal Piker.
Azure Mage is a good card, though. I wouldn't
Oh
be
yeah,
sad.
yeah. No, I wouldn't be sad to see it table, but at this point, I need to be able to stick alive. I actually want a Wrath at this point.
Yeah, so do I. Maybe Dodge will come back. We're not
Um,
going Chain to the Rock. So here's a creature with a useful ability.
with 2 power.
Wait a second. That lets our Infinite Wrath their board.
Steal your guy, make it a 0/0. Steal your guy, make it a 0/0. By the way, we can't play Glorious Anthem in the deck. I didn't say this, but we can't play Glorious Anthem in the deck because it means we can't win.
Yeah, because it means that's our sideboard plan. What does Collective Effort do? Strike target creature. That'd be like a decent card.
Yeah, the card's fine. Again, we can't +1/+1 our team because
No, I meant the other two things though.
right.
Just Vindicate, not Vindicate, but Reprisal.
Ooh, Fate's Fetter's Sphere of the Suns. Sphere is like fixing plus a 2-drop plus like
Bit of get up and go.
get up. Yeah, like that almost seems like the thing we kind of need for what we have. I'm really missing. By the way, I didn't get the Luterial Core because of the Reveillark, but let me tell you, that standard deck, 4x Luterial Core. Let me tell you,
Because
like,
Luterial Core was owned shit.
yeah,
Still does. Yeah,
still
shoutouts to
does.
Brimaz.
Yep, shoutouts to Kisscast for more bingo, and Fate's Fetters is known like good stuff and always will be.
We got some hefty removal already, at least.
We got some. We need more realistic removal options at this point. Again, I still want a Wrath. Oh, Riftwind Cloudscape is literally a replacement for Venser. This was part of how I did the combo back in the day. But then there's also Avacyn and Kakusho in here. Do I want more 5s?
I don't think we want more. Yeah, I want more 5s. We could also Ripping Cloudscape. Do we just want? Does that mean we want Kakusho or do we want the Cloudscape? Like, here's a decision. Do we just want to set up like a value engine type deck, or do we want a little bit over the top?
I'm believing in the combo. I know we don't have
Well, yeah, if we don't get body double, we just have a value engine. Is what we end
right.
up with.
I guess I get the condemn this time.
Hell yeah, Condemn's good.
Again, I love Confidant. I honestly characterize Confidant as one of my favorite cards, but
We will die. We will take
we will
5
die.
damage
We will
and die.
We will die. We will die.
I guess we have. Does Baneslayer lifelink? You like it, so it probably does.
Yes,
I forget
it
all
does.
its keywords.
Lifelink first strike,
Okay,
flying protection from demons and dragons.
that would make Bob a little easier if our Baneslayer made our 5s we draw free.
Yeah.
But Condemn is power removal.
Hollow comes back around. Ink Eyes is also real, and so is Far and Away. But
We have Cryptic Command in our deck.
yeah, I want fixing to be able to cast all of our cards, and this is also fetchable.
Also fetchable.
We don't have fetches yet, but this is fetchable, so
We might see some of the fetches that interact with our. What is that doing here? One other 5-drop. I
this is
ask.
a morph.
Yeah.
No, seriously,
morphs.
what is this doing here?
We can do it that. That's our alternate win condition.
Yeah.
Faceslayer doesn't have protection from dungeons.
I'll take Ulcer.
Sword. What is Audric Lunar? Oh yeah, it's just
keywords.
gives you guys keywords. He's a hill giant. Okay. Sword or Ulcerate's not that good when you have like.
Ulcerate's basically a dismember. I'm gonna grab the sword. I don't know. I'm not probably gonna play that. Verdant Catacombs can fetch both of our duels. Or yeah, can fetch both of our duels.
Can fetch both.
Sorry, I couldn't aim right. Gobble Shrine and Sunken Hollow, not Drowned in Catacombs and not Seachrome Coast. I'm stealing voice here.
Yeah, voice is more dangerous than.
And that's probably not in the deck, but I'm gonna leave it in.
Hey, our infinite combo can
Tap your board.
have your board.
We need. By the way, so body double is a
It's a
S
5
plus. Like
yeah.
S plus. We have to pick it if we see it, no matter what other cards are fighting.
Mm-hmm. What if somebody snuck like an ancestral recall into our pack? I would
Time Walk.
Yeah, Time Walk.
Yeah, the fact that sword destroys us is maybe the biggest reason to pick it. We have very few.
Sewer Temptation. That's our one out.
Yeah,
They
we
just moved the
we
sword.
we bounce and we metamorph to copy the sword, and it's
We
honestly
thought
the
sync the sword.
yeah, it's actually the weakest sword for by far. We need a wrath. That's actually so. My two like picks. So S plus like the number one like pick zero is our buddy. Nope, not in the pack. Is our buddy body double. S is a wrath of god. And then everything else is past that. Celestial Colonnade seems pretty real as hell. Shriekmaw is pretty real.
There's also Victim of Night below the cut. I mean, below the
I don't
cuts.
consider Victim because I think Shriekmaw is just a better version of that card, personally.
So, double black also.
Double black.
Uh, Visions, Colonnade, Prairie Stream. Prairie Stream's not fetchable, so Colonnade's better.
Yeah. Well, we saw Wrath and Dodge, but we could see
Damnation, all sorts of
well,
rats.
Damnation and Supreme Verdict are the two I'm thinking.
Yeah. Colonnade's good here.
Colonnade
Or
is incredibly powerful. It is
another way to win the game.
right. It's a backup win con that hides in our lands. Shriekmaw is also like I want this back. Oh, they did sneak Ancestral Recall into our picks.
And they snuck it in. Martial
Yeah.
Coup and Black Sun. Okay,
So
those are
we
also
have a lot of options to show up. Again, Body Double needs to show up for us to work.
to truly work.
Well, to
Yes.
truly work, our deck will function without it, and I will find a way to make it work without it. But we want the Body Double, not in here.
Um, how good is this? Oh yeah, we have Night Veil Spectre. We have Lily. We have Rune Snag.
Rune
What?
Snag.
Rune Snag.
Honestly, I might just pick the Rune Snag as piece of interaction.
Rune Snag's not the worst.
It's not great. It's mana leak for 2. It was great back in the day. You played 4 and it was really good. But Liliana the Veil's also very good for immediately setting up our combo and also getting like unburial rights to function.
Not bad. So we have two pieces of an interaction here.
Yeah, I think these are the two I'm looking at. Heart of Kirin is a very strong card, but we have a lot of problems with 3. If it was Crew 2, that'd actually be really easy.
Hopefully something good will wheel here. Because even like
Gargadon isn't necessary because we have a sack outlet. Mirror Entity is still here. So
yeah, plus Gargadon is red. So sadly,
yeah. So I'm gonna
it
go
does
with
take
Liliana.
a red mana source to
Yeah, I don't want to go 4 color if I can avoid
to suspend it. I guess we have Sphere of the Suns, which would work.
it. Right.
But so the trick with Greater Gargadon is you can stack its triggers before they go off. Okay, Ruinous Path. I think we can pass up on Temple here because we're pretty fixed out of our mind.
Yeah, like I could pick the temple, but this is really good removal because of that Planeswalker line.
I would also like either Repeal or Into the Royal.
Yeah, both of those are good. Yeah, we're gonna get run over by red deck wins. Yeah, we can't beat red. Like we can beat red deck wins, but it basically relies on us having like
Good draws.
Sphere on 2 and Baneslayer on 4.
Yeah, we need to land a Baneslayer.
Yeah, I like Ruinous Path. I also do like Temple and Tassiger, honestly, but
Yeah, there's good cards here for us.
a lot of green in this one, by the way. Treetop is strong, Mayor's strong, Oracle strong, Nissa's strong. All 4 of those are like good green cards. Hell you. Energy in the cube? What the fuck? Okay, whatever.
Whatever. They wanted cars in the cube.
I guess so. I understand cars in the cube, like they're quite
Like a
powerful.
3/5, a 3. I think it is like a 3/5 crew 1, but uh,
Tameo, Whip, Hippie,
Stratus
Thirst.
Dancer, even Thirst. We can't make great use of Thirst. It would just be draw 3, discard 2.
Whip is something we might be able to make use of. Like, obviously, we don't want to like throw away our win cons, but heck, even the like just having lifelink on our team improves that matchup that we say sucks.
Mhm. Look at that weird Bob.
Yeah, more energy.
Whip is good. I would also like.
Tameo's also good.
I would also like Tameo. Stratus Dancer is also decent. for us.
Yes.
Also hippie.
Anafenza is like a combo, but not a perfect one, so I'm not gonna.
If we don't have the Viscera Seer, which is
We still
also
don't.
a high pick
We
card,
still
but
don't have our body double, and we're 4 picks away from never getting it. So
yes, so brace yourselves, kids.
we might not have it.
Are we going to play Sleight of Hand?
Better than like Spellskite.
Oh, Spellskite's in here. I didn't recognize it with the weird
Yeah, I
art.
know that's weird ass art. This is not
Yeah,
the Spellskite I know, but
that makes
Spellskite's quite good for us, like staying alive,
it's
and also is something we get to bring back.
yeah,
Also, ha,
yeah.
they're in the same
In
pack.
the same pack.
In the same pack.
Also, the gifted Aetherborn would also be weird
Yeah.
as a vampire Knothawk.
Honestly, it's funny. Felidor Guardian I actually like more than Flickerwisp for the deck because of Reveillark.
Because it works all right
I'm gonna
away,
go with
and
the
then
Spellskite for something to stay alive early.
plus we can use our infinite combo to change the direction of any number of spells until we die.
Until we die. Guardian, Sahelian, Easy, Infinite, yes. Whirler,
To
Rogue, Gideon. Look at the green in here again. Very
uh,
strong.
either Adept, Whirler, Rogue are both good for us. It was Gideon what we want.
Gideon might be what we want. Whirler Rogue looks like an infinite with our combo, but our combo wraths us continuously, so it's not.
Yeah, it would just be like a value. I'm
Well,
looking at it as
actually,
a value
no.
piece for
No.
Arc.
We could infinite with it. It would be really dumb, but I actually could do it. It involves dumb stack triggers.
Yeah,
Maybe that makes it. Is
You
that
have
better
to.
than Gideon, though?
We have. I think Gideon is good here too. Whereas Aether Adept is just like another Venser.
I'm going to go with the Rogue.
Hmm.
Specifically because even if we can't infinite with it, we can value with it.
You can value with it. Yeah.
And much like Kira here, we can value with. But also we have Slaughter Pact, Distended Mindbender, Duplicant. Ooh,
Duplicate is just value with Reveillark. It
right.
does work with the. It's another way to infinite to kill their entire team, basically.
But also just like a way to.
Also a Necrotol, yes.
Yep. This next pack is the last chance we have at body double.
Yeah. So do we want Duplicate or do we want Kira? I guess what it would be.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Duplicant. I like having a Necrotol. And then everybody cross your fingers and give your energy to the Spirit Bomb.
Body double appear before
We
me.
need to will into power the body double to. No, okay, all right.
Okay, it doesn't know.
So we don't get
Ah,
it. Crystal Shard maybe.
it's an annoying card.
Yeah, but we just bounce our own come into play effects.
Yeah, yeah. You bounce Reveillark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I bounce Reveillark. I bounce Mulldrifter. I bounce Ruffling Cloudskate. I bounce Duplicant. I just do this as like a. This is the value card.
and then occasionally our opponent will overtap.
Right. All right. Sadly, we did not get.
I think that means we can cut Murderous Redcap.
Maybe.
Because that's like. I don't know if it does enough on its own.
Hi, bud.
Shriekmaw!
How you doing?
Okay, suddenly our matchup against the aggro deck is much better.
Also, we're gonna try this with the Reveillark.
Yeah, we just get it into our graveyard using the gifts that
Liliana.
yeah, but the gifts that didn't wheel.
Yeah, the gifts that didn't wheel.
Somebody picked that. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, that did not come back around. Is somebody else sitting there waiting for the Reveillark and just dying? They have the Venser. They have Venser.
Well, they did.
They have a sack out. They just have a Nantuko husk.
Okay, because they didn't pick the Gargadon. What do we do here?
I don't care for
Furia Angel, Heart of Cure.
Yeah, I don't really care about any of these, like at all.
Mm, then pick the one you're afraid of.
I'm not afraid of it. I just want it in our Templeback.
Ooh, playable fixing.
Also,
Or
again, powerful green.
or Tasser.
Nah, I'm willing to pick a bit more fixing because, like, right now we're at 33 cards with 6 lands. We already need cuts, and
Okay.
Tasker is even higher.
Yeah.
Wow.
Choice.
Stratus Dancer versus Glint Sleeve Siphoner.
Hmm. Glint Sleeve will draw 2 cards if it can attack.
Yeah. Stratus Dancer's alright. I'm gonna try that one.
But it only draws 1 card. Okay. Because it takes 2 energy to
Yeah.
draw the card off of it.
I don't care if I can play Cloistered Youth. I'm taking the other one.
Yeah, Kazakh Wolf Run, which is a fine card.
Alright, we do have 10 minutes. That's the good part.
Yeah,
This
10
is not
minutes. So we
fast to
have
build.
so we have a sort of weird Esper value deck.
Yeah, we are Esper value. We don't have. Okay, well, let me be completely honest with it. I can set up an infinite with this deck.
What's the infinite?
Alright, it involves controlling Sword of Light and Shadow.
Okay.
We use that to allow our Reveillark to stay alive when I.
Okay, so Sword is on Reveillark. You mirror entity on 0 to kill.
Kills a Phyrexian Metamorph, which is a copy of Reveillark at the time.
Yeah.
But that's not enough because all that. Well, yeah, that's enough. You mirror entity 20 times with the stack on trigger on the stack, and then you let them all die. Reveillark stays alive as a 2/2. Metamorph and Riftwing Cloudscape come back, bounce all their permanents, and then like we bring back a bunch of like red cap. We have an infinite,
Mm-hmm.
so cut white. Why
Yeah, why would we cut white?
are you? Is that like a joke? Like I
It's
realized
it's scroll token, so yes, it's just
I re-
accepted as a joke.
no, I mean I realize we only have 4 cards in it, but Reveillark and Mirror Entity are literally the crux of what I built this deck to do. I'm not cutting them.
Also, we're fixed to out of our goddamn mind.
Yeah, we have 7 lands, which is like 3 or 4 more than we usually do. All right, so we need to make how many cuts? Let me do this quick. But yeah, the white is definitely like a small thing. How many cards is our combo? 1, 2, 3, 4, and any 2 power creature in our grave.
Yeah, so Murderous Redcap would work. Whirler Rogue would
Whirler Rogue
funny.
won't.
Sower would.
Sower
Rift
would.
Mulldrifter would
Mulldrifter.
draw a lot of cards. Duplicate would work. Uh,
It's a 5 card combo with the 5th card being floating.
yeah, so we have a value deck that it can perfectly go off if it happens.
Which it won't, but you know.
It won't, but
So
we
we need to
will.
make 5 cuts.
Yeah,
Probably that bribery and just bring it in against people where it's good.
yeah, we bring it in against Big Green.
Yeah, or like the person who has the Grizzle brand.
We find like if somebody like opens Reanimator type stuff, we go okay. We bribe their Reanimator target.
I think Crystal Shard is probably a reach.
Yeah, Crystal Shard can easily come out.
I think that's a reach we don't need. I'm keeping in red cap because we still have the ability to do infinite with it.
um, Plus you can do a weird thing with Mirror Entity and Red Cap. Because if you Mirror Entity in response to the Red Cap trigger,
I have no idea what the curve of this cube looks like. Am I going to be running into a bunch of aggressive decks or a bunch of like mid-range decks? I have no idea.
that
So I'm not.
that might just make Murderous Red Cap fine on his own. Because he is just
Yeah.
like a Necrotal.
Like
He's that guy who kicked your ass in Goblin Commando. That
yeah,
guy.
yeah, Goblin freaking Commando.
3 more cuts, huh?
A lot of mid-range. Yeah. Do I ever want Stratus Dancer? I don't actually think I care about. I care about
Yeah,
Stratus Dancer in the sense that I care about having 2 drops, but I
that's
don't.
not a 2 drop though.
I don't care about Stratus Dancer
That's a 3 drop.
+2. Like
For a +2 for an ability
why
that
is
might not
Metamorph
come
only
up.
4s?
Yeah, Metamorph is an excellent card.
I'm just looking at our fives and seeing.
On Burial Rites, like is that us or would that just be like a value piece?
Kind of feels like just a value piece, which Profane Command already does. Like, it's not bad though.
It's not bad at all. I'm just looking. Also, some of those fives aren't fives. Like, hell, three of them aren't.
I know.
Freak Maw, Riftwing, and Mulldrifter are all.
I don't know how much I like cutting on burial rights, but I'm gonna do it. Also, maybe the Whirler Rogue. I don't know.
Maybe. You could
Whirler
also.
Rogue's quite good though, even just like as a card. That's 4/4 for 4, like
Mhm.
split. And like there might just be the game where I have Mirror Entity plus Whirler Rogue, and my opponent dies to like my team's a 5/5. You die.
We could abandon the combo
No.
and strip the sword out. Whip is another card I was looking at. We might that might be a sideboard option. Although it is super value once again.
Right. Problem is, like, using it rips our combo to shreds. Like, we start removing our Reveillark and things like that. The whip is probably, you're probably right on that.
There we are. That's 23.
Yep, I'm just taking one last look in here. Mostly it's a question of, actually, how's our fixing look? Are we good enough to actually play Baneslayer?
Godless Shrine, Seachrome, Temple,
Mm-hmm.
Colonnade, Verdant Catacombs can fetch Godless Shrine.
Yeah, so we got 5 sources in there, plus another, like, 2.
I think we can. Because we have the Sphere of the Suns and it comes down on 5. It's not like it's a 4 drop or something. We're not putting Bribery in. That's a sideboard option.
The more you tell me to do so, I'm going to play with it as is and see how it plays out. I've not played or seen this cube before,
Hmm.
so I do
Base layer.
I do understand. I did first pick the bribery in pack 2.
Yeah, we do love Bribery. Um,
Like, trust me, I do know that it is very powerful, but in the worlds it was very powerful, it always could grab something like an Eldrazi.
mhm. Although I hope this cube has like Little Mug's Crusher in it. Yeah.
I mean, if it actually turns out that most of the decks are like high end curve stuff, then yeah, the bribery is real. But from looking at the cards, it looks like there was a lot of like low end, like aggressive decks available, and a lot of
Mhm.
cards to make them work. Like both Frostlinks and Core Hookmaster existed. It's probably gonna be like 2/4/4.
2 for 4 seems fine.
Yeah,
It's
I don't want that mountain. Thank you very much.
it wants for that's all. Oh man, we haven't seen Suggestatron do that in a while.
Yeah, give us our mountain.
Give us our single mountain. That's all you need to cast Murderous Redcap is single mountain.
I need to count on my lands. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blue sources. I'm counting
9,
for cryptic.
yeah, 9 plus Spear.
Yeah, plus sphere. Wasn't counting that. I was just looking at the lands. So 2 duels, 2 more duels. Verdant Catacombs can grab Sunken Hollow and 4 islands. That's 9. All right. I'm pretty happy with our
I like this deck.
with how it
It didn't.
is.
It didn't. We chased a dumb combo I made on a joke, and it didn't completely collapse, which is what I was expecting. I was expecting us to chase this combo and then be like this,
Die.
like just punched in the freaking face over it. Because I decided to pick a combo that really, because I read about this combo a few days ago, because I had
Did you
heard about two
did
years ago
you
it had showed up in Modern a little bit.
Did you
Yeah,
know that Reveillark combo was literally my favorite deck in that I've
I
basically ever played?
I heard you talk about it. I did not know that much, so I didn't know I was speaking to the choir here.
My God, I played so in the time period that Reveillark was a standard legal card. I think I played like 8 different types of Reveillark decks because that was just what I loved that card.
I
And
imagine you did because it's a card that goes so good with Mulldrifter.
well, that's the reason I know of it. The deck I played 4x Bonded Fetch, for God's sakes. Do you know what
Bonded
Bonded Fetch
Fetch.
even is?
I I know. I've heard the name. I don't remember what it does. Oh yeah, it's a homunculus. I know this guy.
So you'd infinite, and so rather than using Mulldrifter to infinite draw cards, you would use Bonded Fetch, because Bonded Fetch would immediately put the cards in the yard, so the moment you drew Venser, you would start putting Venser into play, bounce all the permanents, then flip back to Bonded, like you pull out the Bonded Fetch again, and you keep flipping until you got, you just win the game on the spot.
Bonded Fetch should have been red, but such a good card.
Yeah, so Bonded Fetch is blue 2, an O2, haste, looter.
Yeah.
So if you kept recurring it into play, you could draw a card and discard a card in the middle of your combo all the time. Like, unlike, is there a way to infinite combo? Yes, we have the red cap.
Yeah, like not only do we have
Also,
red cap just to immediately kill our opponent, if we do it with Driftwind Cloudscape,
it's
they
over.
cannot win.
Yeah. Well,
Like you cannot win.
the cool part of the combo is that it ends on. Why is this so large? The combo ends on you having like this ridiculously large board. I'm good with this hand.
This hand's okay on the Sphere of the
Yeah, I would say
Suns.
the sphere makes it.
Well, we might suspend that Cloudscape first. Depends on what. No, if we Sphere 2 and then draw land, that lets us Sower 3.
Yeah.
Or if that land is an island, emergency cryptic.
Ooh, that's a better 3.
Yeah.
Let's hope. We getting pierced?
Yep. I hope they don't, because that
Ugh,
yep, that
that
invalidates our keep.
I was gonna say that makes our keep extremely bad. All of a sudden, because we have a bunch of 4s we can't cast. The looter. Ooh. Okay.
Weird. Well,
Well,
in we go.
that spell pierce. Bit of a kick.
Kicking our ass.
Yep.
Although we'd be a little pooched without, even with it.
No, we'd be fine with it. Like, I'd still, like, for one, a land would turn us on, rather than right now where we're just dead for 2 draw steps no matter what.
Getting attacked for 1.
Yeah. Like, the fact that we're dead for 2 draw steps no matter what is quite bad here, even if I...
Ooh, and they're just doing Drago.
Yeah, well, they brawl.
Yeah.
They don't have to do anything. Oh. Let's see what the hell we're fighting.
They might counter this.
Depends on their hand.
They're,
Wow, their hand is super trash.
we just steal Sidisi.
Sidisi? I think it's Sidisi here. He can't even cast Sidisi, though.
Yeah,
But we
can't
still...
cast Vendetta either.
Right. Well, Vendetta I don't really care about because, like, there's a ton of... Like, for one, I have a pro-black sword if I ever get to that point, and, like, a lot of my creatures are, like, Whirl or Rogue.
Like the value is already obtained.
I'm getting rid of the Sidisi. That's a little too...
Yeah, the reason I want to get rid of Sidisi is I don't want them to exploit. Like, I don't want them to Demonic Tutor.
Yeah.
Or Diabolic Tutor, rather. Yeah.
Oh, and they found double black immediately. Wow, they drew a land, too. So they have 7 lands right now, and Baral. They have nothing else to back this up. So we really need to draw lands here in the next 2 turns.
Yeah, so we can sneak that sword down.
Well, like, I want the sword down right now, and then next turn I get to, like, attempt to equip sword, and then he vendettas.
Mm-hmm. Unless he draws something he definitely needs to play.
Right. Well, then we bounce it.
Yeah.
I'm bouncing Brawl.
You bounce Brawl? Okay.
Wow, he drew a land.
So he's got Jack and all.
Yeah, his hand is nothing.
If we draw a land, do we try to equip, or do we just play Whirler Rogue?
We'll see. So 3 turns have passed. It's time. Yeah, I don't like them playing the second swamp as a tactical decision because it shows that, like, we know their entire hand now.
I would play Nixos at that point.
So I'm gonna bounce Baral to make them spend more mana on the next turn. Huh.
If we
Thinking,
take the shock to apply pressure,
I'm
or we cannot take the shock and just try to enforce their hand.
I kind of like playing Whirler Rogue here. That means next turn I can equip the sword. Oh, yeah.
You could
So,
equip Sword on Whirler Rogue and make it unblockable.
well, no, no,
Yes.
no. We can equip sword on Whirler Rogue. If he kills it with Vendetta, we equip sword to Riftwing Cloudscape and pick up Whirler Rogue.
Oh, I'm expecting him to kill Riftring Cloudskate on the attack here.
I think that would be a really poor decision because it's his last resource. Well, anyway,
Like if we don't first main that land, he might think this is our only thing. Okay, smarter than that.
yeah, yes. Also, losing that sphere means I'm off cryptic right now.
Yeah, off cryptic, off Baneslayer too. There's a lot of things. That spell piercing, that cryptic, Okay, they
Yeah.
drew another land.
Oh, they're playing something else here too. Would you draw Damnation? Of course you did.
Mm.
If I play Sower, it's gonna get Vendetta. Is that okay?
It might be okay. It forces him to Vendetta. Which he will because he'll get Barrel back.
I'm gonna do it to force. I'm gonna force it.
Yeah, they missed the discount on the Damnation, and also it
Well,
saved the
the
thing that gave the discount also did not die because of it.
the reason
Yeah.
I'm doing it this way is because if my opponent does not immediately kill Sower right now, what the hell is this? Oh goodness. Well, a condemned target. Gotcha. If they don't immediately kill my Sower right now with a Vendetta, there's a chance that I would draw a third blue and I would cryptic it.
Looks like they're just Oh,
You're dropping
crap.
shields?
They're dropping shields.
Why?
Well, I guess
They're dropping shields.
so. We just put sword on, yeah, on Sower, right?
And now it can't die. I could attack and kill Moloku in combat. They'd get Baral back. Don't actually know if I like that, but then again, I don't like them having Moloku in the first place.
If we attack and what's Sword and Light do? Gain 3 life. Do
And
you discard a card?
pick up a creature.
Okay, so they would block, even though they Molokus. They might chump.
They probably chump.
If we attack and they chump, Moloku might attack, in which case that's our opportunity to condemn it.
All right, let's go for that then. And also, if they like triple block, I'm fine giving them Baral back for Moloku's death.
Yeah, it's not the greatest, but chump.
All right, I'll take
Okay.
chump. Also, like if we get 6th land, we can duplicate Moloku.
Yep. So
That was a swamp, so that's another land in their hand that they.
so they're holding Nixos still.
And island still. They haven't played the second island. There's only one unknown in their hand, to my knowledge. Okay, we're just doing this now.
Attack with Moloku. Do it.
They're seriously picking up every land they can. This is a poor use of Moloku, by the way. I just want you to know that you do this at your opponent's end step, not main phase, unless you have like some actual ass reason to do so.
Are they planning on going wide, or they just want to kill our guy with tokens?
Sure, I don't. The
Hey,
card doesn't.
Vendetta, your own guy. Lose 3 life.
Sure. Again, there's no reason to main phase all of those. Oh, actually, no, they don't have an unknown. Their unknown is swamp. We know every card. Like, I think their unknown is just a land. I think we know everything in their hand.
Okay. So, are we going to duplicate an illusion? Or do we just want to Do we wait or so our only other option from waiting is to use cryptic offensively,
Well,
like tap draw.
I'm thinking like I attack. If they block with all four, I just cryptic one of the tokens and draw a
Right.
card.
We use cryptic the other offensive way. Yes. Now we're thinking with gas.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking tap all their guys because I wanted the sword trigger to happen, but
No, that's too offensive. I do it at end step if I do that.
they might just.
If they quad block me, I bounce a token and I draw a card. And I guess if they have a counter, I don't think they have a counter. I think we know every card in their hand. I think
I
it's
think
all
we.
land.
Yeah, I think we know every card in their hand.
Return target opponent's. There we go. This is the one I want. Return target opponent's on his hand. Draw a card. Compulsive Research, a good card.
Ah, hell yeah.
Okay, so now they have no board. Again, this is why you don't do Moloku in this
So
way.
so now they're in the toilet.
Yeah, their hand is like 6 lands and 1 card. Okay, decent card, but I'm killing it with Duplicant.
Yeah, that's getting duplicated.
Also, finally, I'm connecting and picking up all my cards here. Oh, or I could just steal it, I suppose. Let's attack first.
Yeah, let's see what we get. Do we? Is that a? There might be spicier targets worth metamorphing, such as duplicant. Like if we duplicant this, we can then metamorph on duplicant, which will do the thing again. Rogue or Cloudskate?
Pick up Cloudskate. Yes. And then out of combat, I am going to duplicate because we can just copy again.
Yeah. So we're holding removal and then some draw.
So I could copy Sower and steal Azure Mage, but I would rather do this way and then have Metamorph to copy like a third. Mostly because I think that Azure Mage isn't like I'm going to be tapping out most of these.
Yeah.
This is not legendary. This is just a normal ass card. Do we have another Wrath?
That would be their best bet, and it's still not very good.
Probably just gonna Griftwing Cloudscape that.
Probably.
Or Sower it. I actually like Sower it better. Or no, I'm gonna Sower it. And
If we pay blood, we can suspend Riftwing Cloudskate.
no, it's 2 to suspend.
Oh, okay.
So
I thought we had played blood already. So okay, we just copy Sower and zoop.
Yep. Then we attack for 6 and then move the sword.
Okay.
So spot removal can't steal it back. We do it this way because this is the best. Like, check out the value we're doing.
This is what our deck does.
Our opponent did have a pretty bad, like, decent start, and then it completely petered.
Yeah, because they drew a bunch of lands and then they used Moloku poorly, but they also, I think they were using Moloku poorly because they weren't doing they had nothing else to do.
Nothing else to do. Yeah, I understand.
If we draw another land, we get another Necrotal.
Yeah, so this is now immune to black removal. That's why I moved it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's actually the best thing that he can. Well, not the best.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a pretty good thing for him to put in our yard so that we can duplicate it again.
Yeah, we can just pick up duplicate again.
They might have thought they got Azure Mage back from that, but
this is an opponent where I definitely feel that Bribery is going to have big enough targets.
what comes out for it?
Good question. I like Riftwing Cloudscape. I like, yeah, they showed us the Reap right before the concession too, which is a bit odd. Well, they had honestly Bribery for Moloku is enough, but also their deck likely has some more things to steal.
How good is Liliana here if they do have Moloku?
Still fine.
Yeah.
Like in the sense that like it's like if we can, there are enough edictable targets. I realize that, like, not always. Baneslayer, maybe? I don't know. Baneslayer is just the weakest component because it's
hardest to cast. Yeah.
hardest to cast and also like doesn't give value or protect itself immediately.
True if our opponent's on the control, whereas if we bribe something, at least they will be unable to cast that card.
Right. Well, also like if we can steal Moloku, Moloku immediately does a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I like Ruinous Path. I like Shriekmaw. I like Dismember. I like everything we have. Spellskite.
What's Spell Guide seems good here though. If he is on spot removal, which we have seen,
Right, right. Like we just move. Like well, so it's a preemptive counterspell.
where it's like it snipes his vendettas and his other thing.
It's true, Soul Reap and all that.
It might be Spell Guide or bad or Spell Guide or a Baneslayer, one of the two.
I think the actual answer is something up here, but I'm gonna go with.
There's also Red Cap, which doesn't kill a whole lot.
Problem is, it's our infinite, but I guess our infinite could also just be bounce all their permanents. What if our infinites bounce all their permanents?
That seems fine.
Bounce all their permanents, fine. I'm not. I'm fine like giving that up. In this matchup, I don't think this kills anything.
Yeah, it kills Azure Mage.
Yeah, okay. That's one. Like, I don't think our opponent has more than one card that kills. Maybe
Yeah,
two. Maybe two. That's awful.
It's a terrible hand.
That's what we call the one-lander. Mulligan. That's all three colors plus Sphere of the Suns.
A plus a scry. Double scry.
Yep. Keeping that.
Yeah, we want that. We're on the draw. So our double scry actually does something.
Yeah. Keeping that.
Okay, so
Because that's our third blue for Cryptic, and also, like, if our Sphere of the Suns gets owned again, we kind of want land.
mm-hmm.
No blue, eh?
Ooh, off blue.
Off blue.
That's
They mold the
Sphere-
6 as well.
Yeah, they did mold a 6. So our sphere gets to come down, and we get to be on Cryptic Mountain next turn,
That's why I played Island there instead of Swamp.
or we can Sow Earther guy, which seems worse.
Why is this guy playing Nykthos? Good question. Missed land drop. Looks like Batterskull's gonna be our win con.
Okay, better skull. And to you. Now we're doing Drago. Okay, found their blue.
Tap out. Tap it.
They don't have colored mana up.
Do I
that
care
a
about
card-
this?
This is a card we care about.
Kinda do. It's mana is the thing.
Yeah. Just counter draw that.
Yeah. I don't like the way they tapped. They should have left black up. I realize this is a bit, like, hasty, but it is mana, and we know that they're already, like...
Ooh, Better Skull or Bane Slayer Angel? Bane Slayer's a faster go.
I think Batterskull's the more, safer play, though.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't just die to it. Like, if it dies to removal, I just don't care, and I'd rather it die to removal.
Yeah. Although if his removal is Vendetta, like there's worse creatures to die to that than Bane Slayer Angel.
Right. Alright, I don't care what the color is.
And next turn we can take the shock to...
Yeah, to Baneslayer. Or we can play Sower and not take the shock. Either way.
Well, I feel okay taking the shock with Spatter Skull in play.
Well, the reason I don't care about I want Batterskull down is that Batterskull, they can't actually answer Batterskull proper outside of countering it.
Yeah, and they're in their colors, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna take some damage and try to play Baneslayer.
Ooh.
Or
Or do we get Spellskite down first?
Spellskite Goblet Shrine pass, pick up Batterskull at the end step?
That might be just fine. Or do we just want to get our front foot down? That plays into his removal more.
I've got an idea.
We could play Spellskite Equip spell guide with Batter Skull.
Playing the swamp here. The reason I'm playing the swamp here is because I want to be able to bounce Batterskull end step, but I don't want to use that last Sphere of the Sun's counter.
Mm-hmm. There's no reason to take the shock just yet.
Tap your blue, please.
They appear to have done so.
Maybe they're playing card draw, though. Like, it can't be Thirst or Compulsive.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Nightveil Spectre.
Stealing that.
We get to steal that with Spell Guide in play.
Yeah, that's really strong.
That is rather strong.
Still bouncing Batterskull, I think.
Yeah, it's better to bounce it. Yoink.
So now I can play the Godless Shrine. Very happy to have stolen a Nightveil Spectre.
Very good.
Play the Godless Shrine.
No reason to take the shock.
And we'll pass.
Attack with Spell Guide. Do you have 2 removal spells?
Right?
Be good if you did, but seems like you're off land, so you might, but you won't be able to cast both of them.
Very unlikely. Also, Vendetta can't kill the Nightveils. Yeah, sorry. So, So we want to choose target spell or ability.
We can pay the life. With all the lifelink in our hand,
Yeah.
we're not under any pressure. The counter might possibly ever do something.
Now, do you have second piece of removal? No?
No?
Alright.
Sword off the top.
That'd be way too good here. Ooh. I like Lily here.
Lily seems just good. How much mana are we up to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
first things
8.
I'll draw first.
Draw first, yeah, always draw first. We could turn Sphere of the Sun counter into Batterskull, because we have 8 mana.
Yeah. Hopefully I get a land off this, and then I can discard the swamp to... Oh, I stole your Wrath.
Oh,
Oh, that's good.
that's a good Wrath, too.
Alright, I'm going to convert Sphere of the Suns into Edict,
Yep.
and then we'll just plus after that, because we'll be out of cards. So... Well, I mean, we're gonna do it this way, but... So, Liliana, target you, get your board out of here, and slam down Batterskull. And then I can start ripping their hand apart with Liliana.
If they kill...
Yeah.
If they get they get to cast a spell, you may cast cards exiled with Nightveil Spectre is probably the line of the... Yeah.
Yeah. I'm aware.
Although, at that point...
At that point, like, it doesn't do anything. I'm also playing Baneslayer next turn. I guess he can Wrath his own dude and not kill my board? Something cheap. Oh.
Oh, maybe is that better?
Combat first.
If we do this, do we just not plus?
I really want to. Also, again, they tap their blue on their kill spell for some reason.
I don't know. I wonder if they know if Nykthos can tap her land for Mountain or not. Nykthos can tap her colorless.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Throwing them in the toilet once again.
Yeah, so the being off color really hurt them. They had all the skill spells they needed to like stay alive, but like not the mana to actually do anything with it.
They also had no threat to back it up.
Nothing. Like we countered this threat, stole their next one, like, and then we edict Azure Mage. Like they'd have no pressure.
Mm. Even the threats that they shown weren't particularly resilient
Right.
or
Well,
threatening.
Night Vale's pretty threatening. I'd actually say that.
Okay, yeah, Ninth Valley is threatening.
I'd
So
say Night Vale is pretty threatening. The biggest thing that we had on them, Batterskull is inevitable in this match. Like
yeah,
blue
the
black
inevit-
can't kill this card.
um, plus all of our cards were every card except Baneslayer was a piece of value. Like it immediately it did itself and did something else, which I guess his guys did too, but ours did it right away. Like counter draw, kill your guy, make a guy. Yeah, make a guy, steal your guy, like that sort of thing. What are we looking for? A secret, I suppose.
Yeah, I was trying to quantity 0. See if this works. Okay, somebody had told me that the the search flags all 11 cost cards or something like 11 or 12 cost cards as a black for no reason.
Mm.
Because I have because like but it seems to not actually be the case. Anyway, what the card I do want to pull up? Oh my god, I made a mistake. Okay,
Mistakes are made.
yeah, quantity 1. I just want to pull up.
Bonded fetch.
I don't
Show
know
off
if I
its
actually own one. Yeah,
show off this sweet future side artwork.
yeah. Let's go with the non-foil one. Yeah, so this was the piece of the combo that would let you draw. Like for one, it filtered to your combo really fast. You would just like be drawing cards all the time. Okay, filter, 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 filter. Oh, okay, I put body double in the yard. Filter, filter, filter. Okay, I put Reveillark in, or I put Venser in the yard. Okay, boom, boom, let's go. But the other card that's necessary is body double, and
Which is the card we did not get.
we did not
Might
get.
not.
What the hell's this? That's weird. I mean, that's body double, but that's not the art. Anyway, this is body double. Body double is a clone of a creature in a grave.
Mm-hmm.
So in the graveyard, it is a 0/0. So Reveillark sees it as a 0/0 and it is legal to target. You return it to play with another creature because Reveillark brings back 2, and it becomes a Reveillark. You stack like 20 triggers of Mirror Entity to continuously wrath your board all the time. Just wrath, 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 wrath. And it keeps killing the Reveillark and the other creature you bring back, and then Body Double comes back with that other creature. I think we've done this in the cube before, just not infinite. I think we've done like the whole like Body Double being this resilient removal thing. So it's very powerful. It was my I brought it to a standard tournament and was told that I was a cheater by my opponent who was playing 32 black removal spells.
Mm-hmm.
They would be like, I will, like, I'll dark banishing or whatever your Reveillark. I'm like, all right, body double and Mulldrifter come back. Body double's a copy of Reveillark, and they're like, damnation, and I'm like, you kill my body double Reveillark and my Mulldrifter, I'll return the body double Reveillark and the Mulldrifter back to play and draw 2 cards. And they're like, that's bullshit.
Like yes, yes it
Yes, it
is.
is. Yes, absolutely. That was very fun. I played so many different Reveillark decks. I played Boat Brew, which was a red white deck that brought back Siege Gang Commander with your Reveillark. Every once in a while, you'd bring back a Mog Fanatic. That was always fun.
Yeah, this deck that no, this the body double deck did exist in modern for like it placed at a GP like a couple of years ago or whatever, but
Yeah.
it played single Mog Fanatic and that's how it won.
Yeah, because again, your infinite combo setup allows you to return body doubled Reveillark and another creature infinite times. And so and it doesn't matter if that infinite creature lives or dies. So if it's Mog Fanatic, you just keep returning it in Mog Fan one to their dome, one to their dome, one to their
Hmm.
dome, one to their dome.
Yes, do that 20 times.
The win con I used back in Standard was not a win con per se, but it was Venser, Shaper Savant.
That's the version of the deck where you become more consistent by not playing other colors and you just bounce other permanents, and then you just beat them up with two power flyers.
Well, the thing is, once your combo's done, you control a Reveillark and a 2 power flyer. So that's like a 3 or 4 turn clock.
Yeah, we cannot keep this hand.
Yeah, it's fine.
This is fine. We'll have to turn to that
That is incredible, and we need that really badly.
we get to turn one that Thoughtseize.
Yeah, and we get to turn 3 of the Liliana. This is very necessary for this hand to work. All right,
Yep.
what is our opponent doing? Man, time.
Show to me your secrets.
Oh boy.
Okay, do we kill Knight of the Metagrain?
I think we kill Knight of the Metagrain. They're off double white right now. They can't actually cast anything in this hand.
That's fine, but if they top this is okay because it lets us kill that Solemn Recruit on 3 if they can
Yeah,
play
yeah,
it.
that's good. So let's get rid of Knight of the Metagrain. Like would be the play if they draw a white. Yeah, let's
Hmm.
get rid of that, and then Solemn Recruit we can kill. Elspeth isn't coming down for long enough, and hopefully we see a creature, or maybe we can just rip their hand to shreds. Who knows?
Yeah, we can just throw.
What's their
Is,
black for? Is a good question. Black white
uh-huh.
tokens.
Black White Tokens is a real deck.
All right, I'm gonna get rid of their 2 drop, just in case they draw white, and we know every other card in their hand. So
Also, honestly, more threatening than the other cards in their hand because that other thing was just it won't have the revolt probably with that
yeah,
hand.
it's probably a 2/2. Black is for lingering souls, likely. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, swamp. We already knew that, and a pass. All right, we get to play our Celestial Colonnade here. And then next turn I get to play Liliana off of Drowned Catacomb and start like ditching land to it.
Hmm. Unless they play a creature, which they
Unless they
will.
will.
They found their planes.
Bit awkward, because they're gonna play a Myria on 4 and I won't have an answer to it.
Mm, hopefully we draw one.
Okay. Want to use that, but I'm not gonna.
Mm. And if we lose to a Miri Angel, that's a card we've disrespected a whole lot throughout history.
I continue to disrespect it. But the trick about it is I only disrespect it because like 4 drops in white, like Hero of Blade Hold, that sort of thing, are much better at doing what it does. The trick is though, it's not actually a bad card.
No, it's actually a quite good card.
Yeah, so I can discard them.
Actually, what's Celestial Colonnade to Pilgrim's Eye? They didn't have the third.
They
Well, they
did.
have.
They have
They
Westfield
do.
Abbey.
They have Westville Abbey. What's the activation on Celestial Colonnade?
5.
Okay,
We're not getting to that.
that's what I was hoping for. Is that if we could activate it to just okay, they revealed a basic and then played the Westvale Abbey.
Sure.
Are we going to ruin its path of Pilgrim's Eye?
I think I'm gonna plus Liliana first.
Goodbye, Island.
Okay, they discarded the planes they grabbed.
Okay. We guess
No,
we
I
can
don't.
leave
I'm
Lily
not.
alive if we can hold. If we can kill the Emiria Angel, then it doesn't matter.
Right, and we just keep doing that. Let's play the Verdant Catacombs and also play the sword.
If we get like demystified, not or disenchanted here, that would be funny. But who cares?
Well, then they're not playing the angel. Like this, the Pilgrim's Eye only just bumps Liliana, so I can't edict. But if I have
Mm.
Ruinous Path, I don't really care.
Yeah. Do we know the other card in their
Yeah, we
hand?
Elspeth.
Elspeth. Okay.
Their hand currently is Elspeth, a Myria Angel, and an unknown. Actually,
Hopefully, we draw another removal spell to spend on a Myria Angel, then Ruinous Path, because I would like to kill Elspeth with that.
yeah, they held Myria so they could landfall immediately. Yeah, but then they played their land.
Do they have another land in hand? Is that if we just keep
They're playing
if
a
they keep
five here.
if we keep forcing them to pitch? Okay.
I call that an incredibly big misplay.
That's pretty poor.
Like in the sense that like they could have had a 1/1 which lets them answer Liliana of the Veil fully.
And when we force them to pitch next turn, we'll know their hand. So if they have Elspeth with no land, then maybe we can avoid the inevitable for a while.
Yep, obvious attack. But yeah, that's just a misplay.
Hmm.
All right, I need to go grab the Godless Shrine here because I need double white in case of that.
Yeah.
And I have triple blue already.
Oh, and then we have yeah. Now we'll be able to just use
No, it
Cascade
taps itself.
Bluffs. All right, taps itself. Yeah, Vigilance.
Vigilance. Oh, sweet. Well, I'm probably just going to throw away the island to Liliana.
Yeah, likely.
I can't afford not to plus here, even though like holding the land lets me colonnade.
Hmm. See what they pitch.
Kithian. All right.
Okay, they don't have land. They have to draw land to.
Right. Their final card is Elspeth. If they draw the land for Elspeth, we are in a really bad spot.
Pretty poor.
If they draw anything else, we get to kill Elspeth by plussing Liliana.
Unless they draw and hold something
Yeah, unless
else.
they hold it, like I guess that'd be a
We're
smart
on,
play.
and we're on. Every top deck is cool right now.
All but one.
Land.
No, I can't play duplicate.
Right. It doesn't work. Yeah.
Cryptic to bounce their West Vale Abbey?
Yeah, and then
Well, like, because I can't, like.
we just cycle it because
Well,
we're
no,
gonna.
well, we bounce it so they're 2 turns away from
Yeah.
Liliana rather than one. And also because I'm not just going to wait on it. So, yeah, let's go ahead and. Or I could just hold it, I suppose. I could just pass and counter Elspeth.
That's probably not a terrible idea.
That's like I'm sitting here thinking of like the dumb play when I'm holding a literal ass counter spell. The problem is that Pilgrim's Eye will.
We'll draw another card next turn. We can pitch. Like
Wait a minute.
that's.
Hold on.
I mean, it is transparent. Oh, did they say whoops when they played the land before Myria Angeling?
Yeah, that's probably the whoops.
Hmm.
So I'm looking at.
Oh, they hit us instead
Yeah,
of.
they hit us instead of. Yeah, Slionite is being attacked by Pilgrim's Eye.
Oh, whoops. I guess we could just kill Pilgrim's Eye.
But then I lose Liliana.
Yeah. So let's just
I'm just
pass.
gonna pass.
And if they try to cast Elspeth, we counter it. Do we instep do anything?
I might end step bounce planes and draw a card or Pilgrim's Eye. Okay, they drew their 6th.
Wing a dig a slam it. I mean, you have to.
And then we.
I think we actually counterbalance if we.
No, we don't counterbounce. We counter discard because their other card in hand's a 6.
Okay, so
Counter target spell, draw a card. By the way, they're blue white. They're blue white. They're black white tokens.
yeah, they're black white tokens. They have good top end for that
Yeah,
deck,
they have some very good top
and
end
like
for that deck.
PCN goes well with that deck too because you have creatures to attack with.
Nice. Just a
Any
creature I can play?
creature,
Yeah.
any creature, any at all.
So the Pilgrim's Eye misstep actually is going to cost them
I
pretty
mean,
dearly. They're
it's
going
going
to
to kill
lose.
some Elspeth. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to cost them Elspeth.
Ooh, hopefully we draw a 2-powered creature to discard.
Honestly, I want to land.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Do I just play Mulldrifter instead?
Just cast Mulldrifter.
Yeah, cast Mulldrifter and discard one of the 2 cards I get off it.
Sure. We'll draw a 2-powered creature off Mulldrifter.
Give me the Mulldrifter. It's here! It's me!
The flying blocker. You can discard a mirror
Wait,
entity.
wait. Eh, eh, eh. That's all 4.
Oh my god. Please don't concede. Please. Please
Discard,
don't.
discard Baneslayer Angel.
We have so much. That takes so much mana to do, but we're because our opponent's going to concede. But we can, in a theoretical universe, we have it.
Alright.
Although all our combo does right now is mill us,
I know.
but it draws us a bunch of cards.
I'm missing one piece still. I'm missing the clone.
Well, yeah.
Did I just edict my opponent with this Liliana now?
Don't feel like discarding anymore.
No, not anymore. I'm gonna edict my opponent. Well, like, at this point, they're just gonna play the cards they top deck. 6
Yeah.
mana, both colors. Like, there's no way they have cards that like don't work there. And then we equip our Mulldrifter with the power of Sword.
And just slam down Mirror Entity and start murdering our opponent with a gigantic flying creature.
Yep.
Next turn. So we attack for 7 in the air.
And then I get that Baneslayer I discarded back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could play Mirror Entity and then, like, or I could keep up Dismember, but let's...
We might want to start holding up a single cost for Dismember eventually in case they have some kind of dumb infinite with
Fenzo.
Anafenza. They don't. Okay.
They don't. All right.
They saw the future in which they got crushed by Mulldrifter.
Yeah, we need a clone. We do need a clone for everything to function, but we were getting so close to it. We were 4 of the 5 pieces assembled. So here's a question. We've talked about bribery. What other
bribery
top end
with
is like
it's planeswalkers.
walkers, like
The best thing we bribe for is a Myria Angel.
that we saw. Redcap also has kills in here.
Redcap has kills. What's bad here? Because we could put in like Goat if like we need something else to go with. I think most of our stuff's good though.
Yeah. Skite even is like decent on holding the ground early, like against Kithian or something like that. Neither Metagrain. Sword's obviously great. Shriekmaw is very good. Riftwing Cloudskate's very good. Whirler Rogue's very good. Sower's good. They didn't seem to have a lot of removal.
Stratostancer is specifically instant or sorcery,
Yes,
right?
it is not negate. If the card was negate, I would have a lot higher opinion of the card, but it is not.
It would be a little too good if it were negate.
I realize, but also...
the card's about where it needs to be. That's modern cards, isn't it? We're like, unless they push the card over the top, then it's just like efficient but correct. It's almost like designers know what they're doing nowadays. Just ship it back.
That's what I'm thinking. ship it back. Liliana did everything that game.
It pulled us back from the brink.
Again, them resolving Elspeth probably was us losing the game. Ugh.
How good is a turn one Thoughtseize?
Extremely, but like backed by nothing.
If we had
Blue.
Island, this is probably a mulligan.
God, this is so close. Like, and I know 9 of our lands are blue, which is 9 out of 14 remaining.
That's true, Cass.
Yeah. I have a lot of words to say about modern card development, but that's neither here nor there. When I say modern, I mean like
Current.
current. Because
Uh,
holy shit. Anyway,
is this is probably a mulligan, but if you want to chase this, I'm with you.
like okay, 9 out of 14 lands, 9 out of 33 on 3 draw steps is a little better than 1 in 4 3 times. Not good. Ugh, not good. Oh, that's fucking worse.
Down we go.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. We're probably gonna get run down.
They kept a 7. This feels like a hand that I would mull into an Eternal without having a choice.
Ooh, sure. Nice
Oh,
to see.
thank goodness.
Oh, I have
Living on the
Removal.
top of living off top.
Ooh, not double white.
Mm,
All right, compulsive. Target me.
do we pitch land or do we pitch Mirror Entity Red Cap?
I was thinking, yeah, Mirror Entity Red Cap is probably the way to go here. I was gonna say we keep Red Cap, but we don't have double black. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If we pitch them, then maybe we can get our Reveillark to die.
Duplicate wouldn't be a bad one either.
Yeah. So which is
I
we
think
could pitch Murderous Red Cap Duplicant. Just pitch the ones we can't cast, and then try to get them back with Reveillark later.
yeah, I like Duplicate. Think about that Red Cap, because Red Cap would be a really nice cast in most instances, but I think I can't afford to keep it. We don't have enough. We don't have double black right now.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, yeah, this is the entire combo.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, we
Just
have
FE,
recursion. We can bring it back.
yeah, it's fine. We have profane command or whatever. Well, murderous redcap for the combo it needs to be in your yard anyway. So
Yeah.
this is going to be a Mirror Angel. Mirror Angel, it is. It's
We
probably
get
just
creature.
going to get Shriek Mod.
We could
Yeah.
play Whirl Rogue and tangle with it, but I don't think we need to.
No, we don't take our chances. We kill this. Hopefully next turn we draw a land so that we can Reveillark.
Yeah, if we draw a land, Reveillark. If we draw a land, do we like Reveillark and then the following turn Mirror Entity 0? if they
No.
okay.
Angel Thune, that's good. I need the Reveillark now to be able to beat that card, please.
Taking the shock.
Would you like to pay 2 life? Yes, I would. Hello.
I don't know if Duplicant's a May. It probably isn't because it's an old card, but
Which one?
a Duplicant.
May.
Okay, wow. Old cards, Mirrodin era cards with a May on the line.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
now, if they want to trade, they should do so before they play another creature, because
well, it's weird because they want to play more creatures because they want to pump.
but if they do, then the creatures will die to our
Yeah,
trade.
we will kill them. And if they play temporal isolation is the play that makes me do the mirror entity bullshit.
Please play other stuff then.
I was actually wondering if they were gonna Faith's Fetters me.
No other creatures, huh?
It's fine. Our play is instant speed.
Yeah. And if not, we just have a large
Because
mirror.
they'll want to play their creatures pre-combat in order to pump them.
Do they see it? Is the question here.
This is the dumbest.
Do they see it? Like, do they see it?
So duplicant back and red cap back, right? I don't think actually no. Mirror Entity is really good right now. I have Whirler
Yeah,
Rogue.
just bring back Mirror Entity. Yeah.
Thank you for spending removal there.
They don't lose the life, sadly,
Yeah, the
but they
card
do
won't
lose
resolve.
Archangel of Thune.
But now we have Mirror Entity to like I can Whirler Rogue and then I can double Whirler Rogue and then our opponent goes away.
Unless we have a
Why does it? Okay, I was gonna say.
okay, it changed zones.
I was gonna say that's a different card. My game.
Yeah, sadly, yeah, Duplicate remains a spider tank rather than a Yeti because of
Anafenza. All right. I'm just gonna go to combat.
yeah, sure. Attack with both creatures. Sadly, I don't think Anafenza is a creature we could make much use of.
I'm still probably killing it.
I just with Metamorph.
Yeah.
Sure. I was thinking of cloning the Anafenza, but we no, that doesn't work. Well, it does, but we don't get anything out of it.
Are they actually holding removal?
Let's see what they do. If they hold removal, they kill Mirror Entity, right? That's the threat.
Yeah. Heck, I might actually wait on the Metamorph and just play Whirler Rogue on the turn and threaten lethal on the next.
That seems fine.
Anafenza's good, but it's not like game-ending threat. Well, I guess I'm doing it the other way because I tap my blue. So say one thing, do the other.
That's my lineup. That's what I do. The more conservative play.
Yeah. So the trick here is that I can attack for 21
Yeah.
because the Mirror Entity is that huge of a threat.
Let's see if they have a Wrath.
Doubt it. If they do, it's Martial Coup, and that's 6 mana.
I would like to see. But they could have Dodge.
Well, I don't think you play Dodge in that deck is the trick. I mean, like,
Yeah, yeah.
they could have it. They probably have, I'm going to say Elspeth make a bunch of 1/1s. Well,
We attack Elspeth here.
yeah,
Yes.
everybody at Elspeth. I can make every single one of them a lethal threat to Elspeth, so they have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have to use this for 2. And yeah, +2/+2 flying. You're nowhere. You're not. Also, the 4 power or greater thing doesn't matter.
So it's just a army in a can.
But scared if they actually have Sorin to back this. But what you gonna do?
We play to what we have. I kind of wish that we had a. It's be an excellent time for Sword to appear off the top of our deck.
True. Got Colonnade as well. I can just kill Elspeth next turn, basically, regardless of what happens.
We got the Thopters too.
Also, I can unblockable Whirler Rogue. Or
I mean,
anything,
even
really.
well, if Mirror Entity is alive, then Okay, they don't have Soren.
That's really good. Not having removal here is incredibly bad for our opponent.
Yeah, they're just flooding the board. We're gonna turn the team sideways.
Yeah. Hold on, what's my opponent at?
19.
No flyers? No hand?
No flyers, no hand. We can tap, yeah, Duplicant and Sphere of the Suns.
Oh, hold on. That's not the way. I would. Let me try that again. This time with it. I don't want to tap Sphere of the Suns. I want that for mana, but
Okay.
we can just. Okay, choose target creature. I want Warlord Rogue to be unblockable. Tap 2 artifacts. Hi, duplicate.
So we just attack for
24?
24 in the air / unblockable.
By the way, it's been a while since I've gotten to show off the power of mere entity.
Mm-hmm. See, that's why I like. This is why this combo deck didn't go gills up, is because all these cards are just good on their own.
So we have a can't be blocked Warlord Rogue, and also, by the way, I drew Baneslayer Angel. I didn't even.
Didn't even need to. Card's actually bad here because it turns on Elspeth's other ability.
Yeah. Anyway, my team's a bunch of 8/8s.
I'm so totally surprised your read on Baneslayer's uh, value in this cube was so correct. Even
It sucks because I love the card.
because the card is just so much of a
These
damn
are all
beating.
attacking my opponent, right? Yep. All right.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
I'm 24 in the air. What even send Mirror Entity in to make you block?
Well, I'm not gonna.
All right, yeah, that would be bad. Well, no,
It
then
would
put them at -3.
Right, but I'm not.
Okay, Journey. Why didn't they Journey to
No,
Nowhere
draws their
Mirror?
next card.
Oh, okay. Draws their next card. Okay, so they found the answer to Journey.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Yeah.
So Mirror Entity, powerful card.
Yeah.
All of her cards, very
It's
powerful.
been a long time since I've got to show. This was a standard deck as well, by the way. Mirror Entity, not with Whirler Rogue, but with Cloud Goat Ranger.
Goat, Siege Gang was also around at that time, right? So
Yeah,
you had all different kinds of choices of the army and the cans you wanted to use.
you were pretty hefty on Army and the Cans. It was very fun. Like incredibly fun. Yeah. So I guess had I, there was the person telling me like, "Yo, play the bribery, play the bribery." I think that the bribery would have made a better 23rd than Baneslayer, oddly enough. Even though Baneslayer is like maybe my favorite like combat oriented creature.
It wouldn't. Baneslayer was better at that matchup because our opponent, like, what creature would we have bribed?
We don't know, but they could have had something like Hero of Bladehold that would have gone under. I assume they have Hero of Bladehold.
We did see Hero of Bladehold.
That sort of thing. I'm certain they had something, but their top end was, yes, a lot of tokens. But yeah, this was... Mirror Entity was a hell of a card for a long time.
And still is. In
Yep.
the worst combo decks you can imagine.
I love this deck. I love like my opponent going for the kill spell on Mirror Entity, and I'm like, well, what if it's dead already? It's like,
What if you cannot kill what is already dead?
Yeah.
By the way, he is not dead. Your guy is dead.
Yeah. I got to dodge the kill spell and like get back and do that was oh man, that's why I love Reveillark. That's it. That's the reason. Yes.
And even
God, I've talked so much about how much I love Reveillark and how much I love Mulldrifter, and I'm good with this hand.
are we going to? Oh yeah, Sunken Hollow is great here. Yeah, we can turn on Thoughtseize with Sunken Hollow.
No, it's the other way. You need more basics.
Oh, okay. Then we just take the shock to do it then, or
shock.
to pay 4 life. Hope this isn't the aggro matchup.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Oh shit. I've got bad news for you.
what if we take the shock and then hold? Okay, thank God. Do we hold up Dismember? Or no, we Thoughtseize them, right?
Oh yeah, we pay 4 life instead of 2. 4 drops. 4 drops the deck.
Ugh.
Alright, what's the more threatening here?
Is Hellrider?
Well, we have kill spells. I honestly think it might be the Thunderbreak because we don't have kill
Yeah,
spells.
because Thunderbreak punches you when you kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we steal Thunderbreak and then okay,
And then
this is not so bad.
we dismember their four when they play it, and we just take a shit ton of damage from this 1 mana 2/1 that appeared. Okay.
Yep. You have to kill Hellrider before they get to attacks.
Yeah. By the way, we knew this was coming, right? We said this.
Yeah, but this is the first
Like,
non-black opponent we've seen.
well, hell, no, I mean just like the fact I said much earlier, like red deck wins is how we're going to die. Fast forward to us, like the future where red deck wins is kicking our ass, like that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Ooh, that's probably worth 2 life. I mean, immediately is actually.
yeah, immediately worth 2 life. Plus, we know they aren't holding. They have to start drawing.
Well, no. Oh God, it is, isn't it? Shit, this is kind of annoying.
You want to get that temple down?
Well, I want to, but we don't have a choice. Spellskite needs to come down here. It is immediately worth the 2 life that I pay. So, and then I'll have to pay 2 life to dismember to kill off Hellrider / Hero of Oxid Ridge. Probably Hero of Oxid Ridge actually,
Yeah.
because Hellrider looks really bad against Spellskite. Oh, they got a 3. Oh, hi!
Goblin guy.
Goblin guy!
Now, if we could draw some lands, I would actually be okay with
Yeah,
that.
give me a basic off the top, please. Island, specifically. I'll take Swamp. I accept it.
We accept.
So their hand is unknown, 1 unknown, and 2 4-drops.
2/4s, yeah.
So I want to play this Swamp so that I don't have to pay life to dismember. Oh god, their other card is a burn spell to kill. Oh god, it's Searing Blaze of all burn spells! Yeah.
Yeah.
Of every burn spell that could have been, that is factually the most powerful.
Okay. I think we're dying this time. I think that did it.
They don't have the 4th land. We have to
I don't think that'll...
Yep. I needed them not to draw it.
Still going with the hero here.
It's the more power. 4 plus Battle Cry is 6, whereas actually it's the same, I guess.
Nah.
So we kill it pre-combat, or like pre-attackers, not pre-combat. We kill it in combat. And then next turn I will take Infinite and die.
Yeah, because they have a Hellrider. They have a Hellrider still up their pocket.
If that Ruinous Path was instant speed, I could go to 1.
Ah, thank God. Ruinous Path, you say?
Yeah, I mean, we
still die, though.
Goblin Guide revealed it.
Still die.
Alright.
Well...
I did not concede with the Goblin Guide on the stack because there were specifically cards I could have drawn that I think would have gotten me out of it. But, alright, what the hell do we have against this? Nothing? Whip?
Whip Frost Links.
Whip might be too slow is the biggest problem. Sword of Light and Shadows. I'm getting rid of Duplicate. That's way too slow.
Yeah. How is Frost Links, though? It's just time buying. It blocks everything.
That might have to be enough.
Oh, it doesn't block. It blocks... It doesn't block Hellrider. It blocks, Sower out.
I don't know, like... Honestly, maybe Mirror Entity out? I don't know.
Yeah, Mirror Entity out seems okay.
Liliana's fine. Mirror Entity's still good, though, if we get to a late game, but the problem is, like, getting to a late game.
Mm-hmm. If we can get past, like, turn 4 in a favorable position, then I think we have it, but we have to get there.
Yeah, we have to get to turn 4 in a favorable position, which I think is... I'm not even going to say anything about that suggestion.
How's our mana look? Do you have any substitutions to make? I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. I think our fixing is fine. I
There is Stratus Dancer, it's just a piker.
It might be good enough. What would I want to cut? What's bad?
I don't know. That is just a last second thought I had.
Then let's just move.
Let's go.
This matchup is very heavily against us. Cloud Goat maybe is a
Yeah, Cloudgate would be. I don't know what we would take out for Cloudgate though.
yeah. So if there's one card in like all of Magic that I would want that isn't called Squirrel Token, you keep saying we should remove cards with lifelink. I want you to
Don't
know
worry
that
about.
you've anyway. Okay, all right.
Don't worry about Squirrel Token, mate.
Yes, I would like to play first, and that is an really unkeepable. Like this doesn't go anywhere and doesn't have like for one, 2 lands isn't enough to do. Like we can Thoughtseize plus Treat Maw, but then what? We have
Yeah,
nothing else.
we're living on top decks after that.
Right,
Yeah.
and not only that, we need the top decks to be land.
Hmm.
If we do get land, we get whip with nothing. Like, I guess whipping Shriekmaw is good.
But it only lasts for a turn.
Well, but we need to get there, you know.
Yeah.
And like, we don't have any other action at all. Cryptic ain't happening in this
Yeah, this
game.
is already a Mulda 6.
Okay,
Okay, good.
this is good. This is real.
Just lead with that.
I can go bottom. I don't need that.
We lead with planes in case or no, Seachrome Coast is the opposite. Yeah, it does opposite work. So if like Goblin Guy pops off our opponent's hand, we probably take 2 if Goblin Guy pops out. Bone Splitter.
Oh, so Goblin Guy hits me for 4 next turn. Ooh, that's good. Again, it's one of the cards that can save my life, you know.
Hmm.
So if he Goblin Guides and axes, I'm in a dumb way, you know, like because I just have to take 4.
Burning Tree. Okay.
Uh huh.
Starting off hot. Lightning Mauler.
Yep, man. The heat is
Oh,
on.
we still just take 2.
Right. I'm just saying this is spice.
Then we condemn whoever gets the Bone Splitter.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter who I'm blocking. Okay, 5th land is nice. That is assured Batter Skull on 5.
Hmm. You can't steal the equip, can you?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Well, pass. Really wish our deck had Wrath of God in it, but it don't.
We passed too. Arid Mesa, which makes a lot of sense for a deck like this. Goblin Guy.
Goblin Guy.
The beatdown commences.
Let's see if they put the Bone Splitter on Goblin Guy. They do.
Okay. That's good. That means they can't repair,
Yeah.
which is actually kind of good. Like if they played the dragon on 4, they couldn't haste it. I think the best Bone Splitter is actually the Burning Tree Emissary here. If I had to like rate plays,
So are we condemning Goblin Guy
Yeah,
or are we condemning the Lightning Mauler?
we're condemning Goblin Guide, and well, first we're seeing what we get.
Uh-huh.
Sword of Light and Shadow off the top.
What if Spellskite was larger?
Yeah. All right, so let's condemn this. And then we block one of the 2, and they're still bound, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So next turn we're going to 12, but then we get to play. He might bolt Spellskite here.
That would be unfavorable.
Yeah, okay.
Burst Lightning. Okay.
So next turn we're going to 10.
But then we get Batter Skull.
Right. And we get Batter Skull on 5 and Sword of Light and Shadow on it on 6.
Yeah, so then we have... Our opponent has to build up irreparable harm to us now.
They could literally just play one of their infinite 4s, and it would be an extremely powerful way to kick our ass.
Looks like that's not what they're doing though.
Oh, happy to see that. I am very happy to see us on 10. Also, Bone Splitter on that is now actually, I actually like it slightly more on the Lightning Mauler from knowing we have a Batter Skull, but.
Boris Reckoner.
Oh, son of a. Well, that's a blank. That's fine. Alright, so Batter Skull. Oddly enough, Batter Skull is going to have to block a nothing the first turn. Like, I have to block Lightning Mauler and also hope my opponent doesn't have anything. I need the Germ Token to live. If the Germ Token fails to live through this turn, I will lose.
Yeah.
If he just has a burn, oh,
Flame Slash.
Flame
Well,
Slash, eh?
nice knowing you.
Yep.
Because we take
9.
we take 9 here and then die.
Yeah. And then die.
Because we ain't got no Mystic Gate in this deck.
Yeah, no mana like that saving our life.
Okay, we're done.
Yeah, we
So,
are. All right.
so mono red. The one person drafting mono red crafted a very good deck.
Nice stuff.
That's an appropriate way for a dumb combo deck to lose. It's just a choke on it.
Oh, we actually made points on that. Nice.
Yeah, I thought you did that on Cube. Like second place made it.
Yeah. Forgot that. Nice.
So I think we lost. I think we lost that because we didn't have a Wrath effect or even like any sort of.
Well, honestly, the card we want is something like a Kitchen Fink. You know, we didn't have anything We didn't have anything on 2 and 3 to or even Hero, the Knight of Meadowgrain, something to be like, this is a stopper to the red. We just didn't have anything.
Yeah,
like that.
Even that. If we had gotten that 2-mana 2/3 lifelink Death Touch,
that would have been enough. That would have
been enough.
That would have been force you to have a bolt flat, or you can't attack anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But double black is also hard on early mana curve for us.
Yeah, that's because we were 3 colors. So we did admirable with chasing a dumb combo, and how often this had happened.
Honestly, usually we chase the dumb combo and either it falls to shreds or it works, and then we lose in the first round because it was a dumb combo in the first place. I'm super happy with that outcome. Especially because I knew it was coming. You know, I was like, yeah, what are we gonna lose to? Red deck wins.
It's red deck wins.
It's the red deck wins. Chandra as Flame Slash.
That's a good Chandra. Is that the best Chandra?
She has 4 abilities. I think she is.
Chandra the Jace Flamer.
She's the one that she has shock or draw a card on her plus, though it's fake. She has double red on her 0, -3 for a Flame Slash, and
she fulfills all of the things that Planeswalker needs to be good, which is that she protects herself. She draws cards.
She can win the game on her own.
She can win the game on her own. She can. She has a reasonable ultimate, 7 to 4 to 7.
4 to 7 is pretty reasonable. Oh, I'm sorry. I said 0. That's not a 0. That's a +1.
Yeah, plus. So it's
I was thinking Jace with +1, 0, -2, -11 or whatever. So it's really, the 2 I like are Pyromaster and Torch, but also Firebrand is real.
Yeah, Firebrand is real. Then the rest of them are varying levels of either bad or 6 mana Chandra is really good. Forgot about her.
Oh god, yeah, Flamecaller, yeah.
Flamecaller. But then you start getting where Chandra Nadlar starts to be the next best one.
I'm sorry, not Pyromaster. I want where's 6 mana? Where's terrible Chandra? Ablaze, yeah.
But then when you go back to OG Chandra Nalar as one of your better Chandras, it gets harder.
Chandra Nalar, I will at least, and Kaz brings this up a lot, respect for being play it, kill a Titan.
Yeah. Yeah.
But more that I respected for is back in the day when I would play my Baneslayer, and then this Chandra would appear and go to 1, and I'd be like,
Well,
Yep.
uh-huh.
Anyway,
So I
genres.
think so. Okay, barring our like of rats, we also needed like that Mind Stone because if we could get to our fours and fives on turn like 3 or 4,
Yeah.
that would have helped too.
Right. I think our early game was just not real. Basically, we only could beat decks that didn't do anything for the first 3 turns, and
Yeah,
which we did. Like our opponents were decks that didn't like. I don't think the black white token deck was a deck designed to not do anything. I think they just didn't draw their double white in both games, and it was like, well, they can't do anything till turn 4. And if our opponent
mhm.
doesn't do anything till turn 4, we're heavily advantaged.
Because then like value begins.
Right.
Flying men can also deal damage.
It
Yes, that's very true.
is very true. Ah, well, that was good. I haven't done a draft in a little while. I know this weekend I'm doing another draft, but in person.
Mm.
I'm gonna go to Ryan's shop. Has a
You'll just have to
Modern
bring your
Masters.
bring your phone and like periscope it or whatever on a new stream, the meat stream of Magic the Gathering at coffee shop. I don't know.
I don't like that.
I don't think anybody would like that.
I don't think any person would like that. It was involved. So yeah. Anyway, that's all. I did this earlier tonight than usual because uh,
Record keeper soon, right? Like
yeah,
half an hour.
me, Vpriz, and Wandering Newbie are doing a record keeper, like a new, like trying to actually explain the goddamn game stream rather than
Ah,
because like it's something we realize as we're talking about it, and I try as hard as I can to like use terminology that isn't a bunch of jargon, but it's very hard to do so because
the
it's
game
very
the game
ingrained.
is very baffling. Baffle chamber. Like you enter
Yeah,
that and you order one baffler meal,
yeah.
please,
Well,
and
I mean, isn't magic like?
the infinite is in your mind. 5 cards.
So
And on that bombshell,
all right. Well, thank you for joining Gnome. Thank you for joining everybody in the zoo. I hope you all enjoy
I did.
and have a
My
good
bad
night.
idea worked. Good night, everyone.